Hi, I'm Rick Nutter with Northwind Heating and AC. We're here at City Market at O in the East Penthouse. We're here on behalf of Madison Mechanical doing owner training on the Daikin McQuay air handler units. These units provide fresh air, heating and cooling, makeup air to the apartments and for the hallways in this building. Right here we have the central control panel for the unit. And the units are communicating with the building automated system. You have the capability of monitoring set points, temperatures. You got the ability to disable and enable the unit per schedule. We got the main controller and all the components related, incoming power, disconnect for the VFD. Our main controller, you have the ability to come in and do a quick check on your sensors, all your temperatures, your status of the machine. Toggle switches here to enable, disable the unit. And our VFD for the supply fan, keypad on the front, got your HOA switch for auto operation and or hand operation. See, the unit is equipped with pressure switches for duct high limit, filter pressure switches, and airflow switch. Also, we have phase voltage monitor for protection, compressor contactors, starters. You got the ability to enable or disable that particular compressor. We have here the control schematic and power schematics for this particular unit. The unit provides heating through a hot water coil with a modulating valve that's controlled by the unit. And the hot water is provided by the boiler number one.
Boiler number one does the heating order for
Yeah.
this, yeah.
Boiler number one does the heating for this unit. Also, in cooling, you got DX cooling. The unit also provides dehumidification, and it resets your discharge air based on your space humidity. We also have a Reheat Coil that's separate from the unit, that's controlled by Siemens. However, it is part of the dehumidification control. Down here we have our DX cooling, compressors and condenser tubes, liquid line refrigerant, king valves, isolation valves. For maintenance on these barrels, you have the end caps, and I think it's like a 5/8 brush to brush those out. It really depends on, cleaning the tubes depends on your pressure, really. Your pressures ought to be checked at least annually. If you're starting to get high pressures, then you want to go in and clean your tubes. Some engineers, they'll clean them every year. It just depends on how aggressive you want to be with it and on the ability of the unit to transfer the heat. Up above the unit in our discharge duct, we have a reheat coil, valve, circulating pump, and coil. The great thing is your valve, which is controlled by Siemens during dehumidification mode, and the pump is red. That's a circulating pump for that system. Third thing is that the actual coil, which spans the discharge duct. It's a reheat coil for dehumidification mode. It reheats the air as the unit is in dehumidification, bringing out the moisture in the air. It'll reheat the air to keep the space from overcooling. Okay, this is our boiler 1 that provides hot water to SCU 1 and 2 for heating mode. And right here we have your inlet and outlet for your hot water coil. And here we have your filter access for your outside air inlet, a 2-inch filter and an extended filter. All right, here we have our DX cooling access with our DX coil and all of our refrigerant lines with the filter dryers and TXVs. And in the back there we have your condenser water coil valve actuator. All right, now we'll go around and take a look at our compressors and our supply fan. Here we're looking at our supply fan access, fan and motor. You can see the motor has belts, it's belt driven. You also have grease fittings that are back here for your pillow block bearings that are on the fan shaft. When the belts need changed, here's your adjustment bolts for your motor mount. Adjustment bolts here. Got lubrication points for your bearings. That's for the bearings here for your fan. Here and here. Yeah, you can see where the line goes to it from your grease fitting. Down here we got our compressor section. I want to point out that each compressor, you got 4 compressors, 4 separate refrigerant circuits. R410A refrigerant. Each circuit has a high and a low pressure switch for the compressor protection, and each circuit has an isolation valve for service. This is our high pressure switch, and directly behind it is our low pressure switch for compressor protection. And here we have an isolation king valve for service. And that completes my presentation of the Daikin McQuay air handler.